Hi, I'm Donna Brown, Business and Life Synergist. I work as a catalyst for leaders to expand their vision, their business, and their lives through activating and deepening their relationship with themselves and the world around them. Today, I'd like to explore with you what I call the heart of business and how business is becoming the next frontier of personal development and spiritual growth. Before we dive into the shifting paradigms about business, we need to look at what is business and how do we feel about it. I checked a few definitions and they're all pretty simple. Things like the activity of buying and selling goods and services, work that you do to earn money. But notice that making a profit isn't even mentioned. How do we feel about business and what do we really think about it? I work a lot with entrepreneurs, and when I ask them to tell me the words that come to mind when they think of business, they invariably say things like greedy, unethical, grind, manipulative, unscrupulous, hustle, hard work, burnout, difficult, privilege, lack of integrity and ethics. It never fails to surprise me that the first things that come up are, for the most part, negative. However, they do reflect the collective image we have of business and big business in general, especially. Yet there are people who do run businesses that are not like that. People like Richard Branson and Blake Mycoskie of Tom's. I'm also pretty sure you will know others who have businesses that have a positive ethos and corporate culture. So what can we deduce from all of this, and what's our takeaway? If you reflect and think carefully, you'll see that business has no intrinsic qualities of its own. Otherwise, every business would be good and nurturing or greedy and unscrupulous, and neither of those things are true. The good news is that it means we are free to imbue, to attribute to our business, to cultivate within our business the same qualities we want in our lives. When I ask the same people how they feel about personal development and spiritual growth, the words that come up to them are things like nurturing, creative, inspiring, generous, compassionate, intentional, fulfilling, and of course, gratitude, love, and joy. How would it feel if those were the qualities you use to guide yourself in your business, to make choices and to use as your inner compass? What would be different about your business? How would you speak to your customers and your clients? What would your marketing look like and sound like? And how would your products or services change? I'd like to look at how we can close the gap between business and spirituality, how to blur the lines and meld them into one powerful and exciting practice, so we can transform our businesses into environments that support and encourage the flourishing of all those involved in our business, directly or indirectly, either as customers, employees, or business owners. Technology and the gig economy have opened up so many new possibilities for us to create unique businesses that support us first and foremost in our search for self-expression, impact, and service. What's so exciting is that business is becoming a form of self-expression and creativity just as much as the fine arts. Shifting the way we view the purpose of business and applying some of the tools we normally attribute to spiritual growth and personal development, we can create a change in our relationship with our business and the people we serve. To understand the powerful synergy there can be with your business and your personal growth, it's worth taking a moment to talk about purpose, your purpose, and the purpose of your business. Now, there's been a lot said about finding your purpose, and that question, what is my purpose, is something we ask ourselves many, many times throughout our lives, and most of the time, we don't have a clear answer. It's human nature to try to understand why we're here, what we're meant to become, and how we're meant to contribute. We all desire a transcendent experience, to feel part of something greater than ourselves. The idea in the common collective is that if we find our purpose, it will be one thing with capital letters. And this magical one thing will define our lives. And once we find it, we will never doubt ourselves or stray from our path. There's also a lot of guilt, self-judgment, and even shame if we're struggling to find this one thing. Almost as if we can't find it, we need to justify our existence. But what if this search for purpose were much easier than we think? What if, very simply put, you are your purpose? And by that I mean, what if your purpose is to dive deep into who you are to how you naturally relate to and engage with the world, to fully explore and express what it means to be you. The expression of your purpose then takes form in the external world, in the things you create and how you show up. But its roots are firmly planted within you and your essence. Think of your internal world and your external expression as a giant oak tree. The root system of an oak tree is deep and broad and provides stability and nourishment to the tree. It's only through having this stability is it able to grow tall and strong, to have branches full of leaves and bear thousands of acorns to create new oak trees. In the same way, your spiritual growth, your inner awareness provides the stability and nourishment for you to go out and create and be in the world all you can become. Now, if we look at the purpose of your business is your creation. It isn't you, but it stems from you. So how could its purpose be anything else other than to support you in all you can be and all you can create? It provides a structure, a means of supporting and amplifying your being and your service to the world. It allows you to have more impact and serve more people. And this brings me to say a couple of words about ideal clients and the place they have in defining your business model. Most business and marketing experts will encourage you to ask the market what it wants from you. Essentially, they're asking you to delegate finding the answers of what will bring you happiness and fulfillment to factors outside of yourself. The practice of asking your clients how you can serve them better does have its place. However, it's generally done far too early in the process. Too often you are encouraged to skip over the most important element of your business, you. Self-awareness, self-knowledge, and knowing your business is there to support you will go a long way to bringing clarity to your offers and your brand. Your ideal clients, who I love to refer to as your heart clients, are very simply those who need to receive your best work so they can in turn do theirs. If your business supports you in a continual becoming and is built in a way that allows you to serve at your highest level, you will find all the clarity you need about your ideal clients. And once you have that, yes, you can ask them heart to heart how best you can serve them. The Dalai Lama says the purpose of life is to be happy. If you add this into the equation, it stands to reason that your business is meant to make you happy. Consider all the time and energy you devote to it. Why would you create a business that doesn't make you happy, that isn't designed to support you and nourish you? The truth is, you are the first and most important client of your business. This is by no means a selfish thing, quite the opposite. It comes from a place of self-honoring. Now, this concept of self-honoring goes much deeper than that very necessary self-care we hear so much about. If you are not willing to care for and care about yourself, how will you be able to take care of others without feeling drained, resentful, and burned out? If you honor who you are at your very essence, the way you treat yourself and the choices you make will always be ones that are in your highest interest. It then becomes easier for you to recognize and create the things which bring you joy and help you feel expansive and excited. To honor yourself is to know who you are. As Dr. Seuss says, it allows you to become youer than you. It gives you that feeling of excitement and expansion, like you're able to stretch your wings and fly, or like that feeling you had as a child of just wanting to skip and jump for the pure joy of being. This is what I call your zone of joy, and it is so much more than your zone of genius. It allows you to revel in the experience of your becoming and all you create, whatever shape that may take. Play and fun are welcome back into your business and your life. As you build this muscle of honoring yourself, it will inevitably spill out into the world, into the way you think, speak, and act. This is just the first of many practices we can take from what is traditionally considered the spiritual part of our lives and use them actively and intentionally to create and build our businesses. I'm going to walk us quickly through just some of the other tools my clients and I use and that have made a huge difference in the way we feel, in our actions, and in the results we're creating. And intention is the first of these tools. It is so, so powerful. It helps us on many different levels, and I encourage you to give it a try, even just once. We spoke earlier about the fact that we can choose to attribute any qualities we want to our business and to our actions. Let's use writing a newsletter as an example of setting intention. It could sound something like this. Take a moment before you start writing, and now you might even want to close your eyes and notice how you feel as we set this intention. May whoever reads my newsletter, or even sees it in their inbox without opening it, feel loved and encouraged. May they receive the message they need most, no matter what I wrote or how imperfectly I wrote it. May they be inspired to take action to care for themselves and the people they served, to bring forward their best work. If you take a moment just to feel how this feels, you can see immediately that your energy has moved from your head with all its ego chatter about, will they like this? Will they open it? Will they read it? Will they buy my thing? It moves to your heart, to truly connecting with the people you serve and offering them your heart and your work from a very pure space. This feels so fulfilling, even before you've written or sent your newsletter. It changes what you write and how you write it, and how you feel about what you write. Clicking send becomes an act of love. When you try this for yourself, notice how much more relaxed you are, how beautiful the whole experience becomes, even though you still don't know how many people will open it or how they will react to your message or offer. Intention brings incredible concrete results as well. Quantum entanglement explains how we connect to others and how they receive our intentions and our energy. I have just a quick story about an experience I once had. I used to be a regular on a TV show in Italy. I used this practice of intention setting to make my segments as meaningful and powerful as possible. One day I spent an extra amount of time setting this intention and making an offering of my work. Well, the next time I came into the studio, everyone was so excited and greeted me with way more enthusiasm than normal. And when I asked them why, what the reason behind all this was, they said that my segment had received the best ratings of any segment on the show since they'd been on air. And if that's not confirmation of the power of intention, I don't know what is. Part of that intention setting was also about compassion. Now, compassion is not something we normally equate with business. However, it can bring about a powerful shift in your marketing and how you are perceived as a brand. It will change the tone of how you speak with your people. Fear-based marketing will no longer appeal to you. It is true that fear can make people do things, but is that how you want to make your people feel just so they will buy your thing? Compassion allows you to stand on firm ground and extend a helping hand. You'll find yourself coming from a place of, I hear you, I see you, and I am here to help. Take my hand. My personal wish is for more companies and brands to come from a place of love-based marketing. There's so much more I would love to share with you about this topic. And so I prepared a free workbook for you so that you can dive into these ideas and a few more and see how they feel and how they play out in your own life and your business. And I would love to leave you with an invitation and my wish for you. And the invitation is to be open-hearted, to open yourself up to exploring your inner and outer worlds, intellectual ones, emotional ones, energetic ones. To be willing to play, to make mistakes, and to take risks on your journey to wholeness. Because the heart of business is your heart.